Hey guys, Myles here at Tactical Hyve. It's another Sunday, so that means another video dedicated to competition shooting. If you guys have followed my videos in the past and you know about my journey into competition shooting, you know I shoot iron sights. But why am I holding this pistol with a red dot? I wanted to share something you can do to improve your performance using iron sights, and that is to actually shoot with a red dot. And you honestly could even just dry fire with it. You don't necessarily need to do live fire. And the reason being is that when you shoot with a red dot, you begin to train yourself to always maintain target focus. You're going to be looking at your target versus always focusing on the front sight of your iron sight. So this video pertains mostly for iron sight shooters, okay? And with iron sights, when people first learn to shoot, they always hear front sight focus, front sight focus, front sight focus. And that's great. It's important to understand that. When you start to compete a lot, you realize that always having focus on that front sight can actually slow you down. Now with competition, speed is the name of the game. Of course, speed and accuracy. But if you're always looking at the target, what you want to shoot, then you take your focus back to the front sight, it can impede your performance in terms of speed. Okay, you might be accurate, but it might affect your overall time. Okay, so with a red dot, you are now focusing on looking at your target at all times, and then you break the shot when the red dot overlays or superimposes over what you want to shoot. So you want to mimic that behavior with your vision. Shooting is all about vision. So if you can master that and stay target focused and then wait for the iron sights to overlay, then break the shot, for particular types of targets and particular distances, you're going to save a lot of time. Does that mean you always are going to do that? Meaning you're always going to be target focused with iron sights? Not necessarily, because it depends on your skill level, size of the target, distance of the target. But if, let's take an easy target, if you were looking at that target focused, and then you change your vision to iron sights, you just kind of wasted that split second or however short amount of time, but that's added time when you multiply targets altogether. So training, even just dry fire, training yourself to look at your target is going to speed things up. So you can take any pistol with a red dot, do your normal dry fire drills, and always just look at your target. Do not change your focus back to the red dot. Then you're going to translate that to your iron sights. And how do you do that? What do I mean by that? So I'm gonna grab an iron sight gun and talk a little bit about that. Okay, so I have an iron sight gun here, and so I would do my dry fire exactly the way I would, right? So after I do dry fire with a red dot for some time and I get used to focusing more on my target and not switching my focus back to the red dot, now I go back to iron sights and I can do the same exact thing. I'm always focused on the target. So I'm gonna pretend you guys are my target. I'm completely dry, so you're my target here. I'm looking at the camera lens and I'm not changing my focus back to the front sight. This is going to allow me to take faster shots for those targets that are within my skill level. Now, here's the fine print. I might be target focused and I go, let's say you're an easy target right in front of me. Very simple, maybe 7 yards. I can literally just keep my focus on you, break the shots when I see my fiber optic sight or whatever kind of sight you have superimposed on you. But now let's say I transition to a next shot and that shot is 25 yards away. Depending on your skill level, maybe you can stay target focused and not have to worry about it, but for most shooters, you're probably going to now change your focus back to the iron sights and then you would break the shot, okay? So training with a red dot pistol can help you adjust your focus from fixating on the front sight to now being more target focused, and now you have the ability to bring it back to the front sight whenever you deem necessary, if it's a difficult target or your skill level is not there. So I'm an iron sight shooter and I've struggled with that where I feel myself being really slow with my target transitions. I decided to dry fire with a red dot and things have just gotten a lot better. It allows me to focus on my target and then make that decision, do I have to change my focus to the front sight? So give it a try. I've done this, in different periods from 1 week to 2 weeks, and it really does help my iron sight shooting. So if you're struggling with your iron sights and you've never tried this, give it a try. Let us know how it helps you out in the comments below, and I'll see you next week.